Hello, I'm in the woodshed to try and escape some of this heat, but my project today is to plant an English oak tree, and I've got three of them here. One we found in a load of compost we were about to ditch, and it had started coming up in a quiet little part of the garden. We'd just put some compost down, and it was obviously growing under its own steam, but it was in danger of being overtaken. So I salvaged that and I've put that into a pot, and we're going to see where that one goes. I've got two others. They started at the same time at my father-in-law's about 3 years ago in a neighbouring, or shall we say adjoining parish. Now, we rescued that when he emigrated, and I've brought them back, and I've been bringing them on in pots ever since. But now one of them is getting quite substantial and it's time to relocate it. Now, I've got varying limitations due to the fact I want to keep a view in my back hedge for as long as I can, and I do have subterranean pipework that I have to take into consideration, and on top of that there's the fact I've got apple trees and a miniature orchard planted which I'm trying to establish as well. So I have a lot of considerations, and I think I've found a spot I'm going to put the tree, and I'll just show you. So as you can see, I don't want to lose any of that view, and as I've pointed out in other videos, I don't destroy the actual native fauna in there. It's just cut back to a level that allows it to flourish, but I still get that view for a period of time before I get too old and I can't actually physically do it. The grassed area, we harvest the grass for the chickens, and we have a miniature orchard down there. I have pipework running down here by the fence line, so I can't put a tree along there. So the only place I can really put it is just pretty much down in front of the chicken run. These are the three oak trees in question. There's a small one that was actually salvaged, like I said, from what we believed was a load of waste compost. And these are the two here, as you can see. They were started at the same time, but as you can see, one's doing really well, and it has a substantial stem there coming now, and it's definitely ready to go out. This one is still doing fine, but it's just not so vigorous, so this is the one that I'm going to use. They are English oaks, because you can determine that because they don't have huge amounts of stem from the leaves. If they were sessile oaks, they'd have possibly an inch of stem before you get to the leaf. These leaves virtually come straight out of the actual stem stick that goes down into the trunk there. So yeah, they are English oaks, which makes them, I don't know, just a little bit more special. So this is where I'm going to put it here. Now, like I said, I probably won't be keeping chickens when I'm in my late 60s and 70s, which the tree would be about, I don't know, 20 feet high by then. So this will be removed by that particular point. So it's, you know, in a way, it's down here out the way, and it's not going to take any of the view because it will be in line with that big sycamore there, and because it's south facing, which is behind me, it's going to get all the sun, so it will develop quite rapidly. Right, so what I'm doing now, I've actually got the actual hole dug. I'm going to put some compost in there. Just put a couple handfuls of compost, because I want to give it its best start as I can here. I would like to at least see this tree grow into a tree. Right, and to help it along, I'm going to get a little bit of ash, not a lot, just a little bit, from the bonfire. So if I come up here, I'll get some ash. There, I've got ash, not a lot. In it goes. Right, mix that all in, and the secret ingredient, and I'll go and get it. I get a trowel for this one because I don't want to put my hands in it. It is, wait for it, chicken poo. In fact, that's so dry I can pick that up with my hands. How about that? And put that in there like that. I'll get a little bit more to mix in. Get some chicken poo. I don't recommend you pick up chicken poo by your hands. I will wash my hands. It's not something that you should do. So that's a fair bit there. Retrieve all my items there. Now I'll just mix all this together. Yeah, that's going to give it a good start there. Just put it around like that. One more handful of this. Liberally, maybe another one. There. Right, let's go get the tray. Right then, it should come out pretty well. It's pretty dry. I'm not going to take all the grass out. You can see the root ball there. It's pretty well established, this tree, and it's definitely ready to go. So I'm going to turn it around and pick the best position, which I believe is going to be that. Get it in there, and now I'm going to just firm it up. Get some of the mud there, just so I can put around the base of it and locate it where I want it. So from here I'm just going to move it around and just firm the tree up, get it where I believe is going to be level, probably a bit more underneath there. There, pack it down, and I think that's in a reasonably good spot. I'm now going to continue filling this one in. Once I've done this, I will actually saturate this tree with moisture. It is one of the hottest days of the year so far, so yeah, I'm going to need to give it a good old soaking in, a good chance to hydrate. Come around the back. There was a lot of material moved to get that hole, and I'm going to have to find somewhere to redistribute some of this earth. I've got 2 or 3 places in the garden that need packing out, and yeah, some of this soil is 30 great pieces of almost like shallot or slate-ish kind of stuff, and the odd stone like that. They all look different types of ground material, so they've obviously ended up here through other means or been transported here. So remove some of that, and I've got it packed in. Now some of the grass is looking a bit worse for wear, because that's just the weather being so dry. I am actually going to water it, but I'm going to, like I said, give everything the best chance I can. And there's another bit here coming round. Get that in, and I think I've got another piece here. Yeah, and one more piece here, which I can get in, and there, that's done. Yeah, so this oak tree is a little bit of a legacy project, and I'm just waiting to basically see it take off and see how big a tree it goes before I actually go. You know, it's just something I've wanted to do. It's there now, and it's just for me to keep watching it and enjoy watching it grow. as my life actually is, you know, in the last third. Bit of a dramatic statement that, but it's the truth. And when you get to my age, you kind of look at things like this, and you ponder on life and the circle of life and everything like that. So yep, just going to water it, as you can see here, giving it a real good water. I'm going to use a whole watering can there and let it really soak down. Right, that's completely watered there. I'm just going to let that go till the evening now. So I've actually planted the tree that I want to keep, and I'm happy with it now. I think I've chosen the best position, considering all the options that I have to factor in to actually plant it in my property. And hopefully, you know, it'd be nice to think, you know, when that is a really big tree and I'm gone, the new occupants will still look at that tree and appreciate it. The other two I've got there, we're still openly deciding where we want to put those, and I will bring you along and I'll show you where or the rough location of where I've put them. And this is kind of something that me and my wife were talking about, is something that we would take the kids back there every whipping trip and call them our trees, the ones that we planted, and hopefully, like me and my wife are gone, our kids will take their kids to those trees, and hopefully it will go on like that, just as kind of like a legacy thing. You know, it means nothing to anybody else except the people involved in the particular planting of the tree, or who've invested in time and thought into the tree. But you know, it may be something that you may want to consider doing yourselves, because if nothing else, it's a bit of fun, and it just adds a little bit of thought to, you know, the older generations and how the circle of life and how things move on. But anyway, this is Andy from Folklore Hiking Sticks. I hope you enjoyed watching me plant a very special tree to myself, and yeah, I hope to catch you out on the trail, as I always say. So yeah, all the best, Andy.